was he using his teleports? It felt like Zika was cleaning up some fights, but it just wasn't there at the right kind of time. And he looked good in the moments where he could find himself in the backline, threatening that Jinx when he got into melee range of them. But it just wasn't quite at the right time, in the same way that BLG were finding the timing so much better across the whole game.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from BLG. But I like that. Flame Chomper's first to force him into one spot so On can pounce and guarantee the summoner.
Yeah, the picture-in-picture just highlighting some of On's early moves. And as we said, we have really praised this guy for instance. But BLG is still angling. I don't know if you want to take this, guys.
This is full-on 5v5. They found the monkey, though. In goes Zika, and first blood taken. The dominance you talked about doing its work. Yagao forced to stop this one, and will just be the one play, at least for now, as On engaged upon, is hung, pulled back in, the quickness being used. There we go, Bin arrives. Beautiful bit of play from BLG to answer the Herald.
And it's a very good timing to make this play as well. You see the weapons which Gala has, you see the Herald in inventory. That would have been a very dangerous point.
Oh, no.
Shun going in.
Scouts come in here, but Shun's here too. Cyclone, not going to be available, in fact. As Annie goes down, Scout tried to walk away with his life, but there's no way out of this one. And Tibbs still really angry about the previous play. The pot ticking away as Shun chases him down, finally getting the answer.
Scout gets himself on the board, gets himself some...
of war as the swoop happens, and Scout's like, oh, 2 for 1, nice one. Love a bargain. Gets the double, but unfortunately sacrifices his life for it. On going to be pulled in here as Hung. Going to use the ultimate as well, committing everything for this Rakan. Knockup is there. The root's coming through as well. Yagao the target, but they find both, in fact. On knocked back, has to flash, and now onto the Annie. They go with the rocket across, and LNG are getting low. Cyclone in, and suddenly BLG turn it all around. Beautiful double comes in for Yagao, but Shun goes down, and in the meantime, Gala's got one. Elk the next target, and the Emperor's Divide comes through. Elk should fall, and it's a pause!
No!
We've got a lot of scaling on the board, certainly. On the side with an Azir, right? You gotta believe at least a little bit.
Turn around with his first couple of ultimates of the game as well. This is very close considering how few tools I thought LNG had to fight with. And of course, the fail flash melt. Azir Wall is known to do that to a few people.
Quite honest, they are hefty boys, let me tell you. Second Drake, though, gonna go the way of LNG. I say that, rocket flies through, but LNG will get it as Shun grabs the Herald up top.
It's a big teleport committed. It's a couple of big ultimates too. The Maokai ult at rank 1 is a fairly long cooldown.
Two On, and both came in with very different. They set different precedents for themselves. Where Hung was the
and in a lot of games, not the best item. When you see a lot of ranged abilities which can take that off. Whenever anyone can build a proto belt, rocket belt, I still call it proto belt after all these years. But if anyone can build the belt. It completed it. So if Yagao is looking for the backline, that crown can have a lot of value, and it might be able to buy some time for, of course, the Merc Treads to 3-1, and they didn't pull the teleports on that play. So LNG, they could have walked away with so much more there, especially given that Baron was alive. Very risky.
For control of Drake. A little bit of neologism there for you guys.
Oh,
as Tibbs comes out, but Gala with a quick cleanse gets out to safety himself, and Yagao in trouble. Scout with the Emperor's Divide, but it's only On walking away somehow with his life, and Bin's found the backline. How did BLG do it? Scout will go down as well, and BLG just look magnificent in the fights, but Zika is having none of it. Finds one for himself, stunned up, but jumps straight on towards
Zika.
Annie. He's having a field day. 1v5, and the Croc is going huge. Gale Force is there, but he's taken down in the end. Bin says, I'm the better top lane.
LNG are going to be answered now later into the game.
Yeah. So on the topic of words, assuming that's Bin, no Yagao on the backline here, has his stun, has found Scout, and there's no crown in play, but the rocket, the counter-strike, all Zhonya's away from. But let's be honest, there's no way out of that one. Scarlet just going to burn through Tibbs. LNG, man down.
This is a 4v5, which is very dangerous to take.
Yeah, the rinse and repeat here, the deep teleport, they've done it once and it worked, they're doing it again, the 3-man counter-strike is huge from Bin, and the rest of the team could jump on in. Gala gets a bit of sustain, but it just ain't enough, and Bin don't believe in recycling, looks for more as he finds Zika, turns golden, but even when you're a big Croc, you're still just gonna be boots.
Put into the trash. LNG, a weak team, 6-1 still on the board, and looking to take this first game with this first Barret. They're in a commanding position in game 1.
And I love that they've just gone back to the Jinx for Elk as well. Let's go behind now. 2 Drakes down as well, and a Baron in the pocket of BLG. Last chance saloon and a death brush is the answer, but Hung is the one that'll find death on this one as Yagao finds 2 as well. The rocket not quite enough. Hung just about gets into the base. Gala, what can you do? Zika with 1 as Bin jumps in for more once again.
Absolutely not, but those are some big ultimates. Depth Charge still at that rank 1 of the ultimate ability. It's a long cooldown. LNG, despite getting a kill against the Baron buff, they're still losing now in a 4v5. They're going for a deep teleport. Scout, flash, ult, what can you do?
What have you got? Yagao going to be the target here, but Scout's just eradicated. Elk walking away, dodges the Calibrum, and finds the first kill. It's answered though. Support the mid laner. You still favor BLG with a flash forward. Zika can't quite finish it off. And another reset comes through. They're grouped up. Another reset for Elka's. Bin finds 2. The zap flash by Gala, but it's just not enough. And Bin takes over. Slams him into the floor, finds a triple, and sets BLG up for game 1.
Ruthless from BLG. They come off of a loss from JDG, but it has not stopped them at all. This is our second finalist from Spring and from MSI, and they are once again stomping their authority on the rest of the LPL.
Absolute massacre.